Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Kylie Veil channel. You already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell as we continue our delusional journey with these leftover women, or so-called high-quality leftover women. So, what is a high-quality leftover woman? I've never heard of that. I feel like we're making this stuff up as time goes on. As we all know, this is the internet, and the internet's just a crazy place, right? But we're overhyping everything because, as we know, our friends in China are obsessed with age when it comes to dating and mating, versus over here in America, men will pretty much take anything. Age is just a number in America, right? But then in America, we're obsessed about body count, versus over there in China, they're obsessed about age. Over here in the West, we're also obsessed about the mental damage. But no, that's not even the issue. So when I think of high quality leftover women, I'm thinking about ex-concubines, sugar babies that pretty much were kicked to the curb by the rich CEOs of the company and organizations and everything. These women no longer have a place for these guys as they done moved on to younger women. That's what it sounds like what's going on here. Anyway, let's listen to the stories.
I'm already 32 years old and don't want to be too demanding anymore.
So I guess the earliest parts of her life, she was crazy with her demands, but now she's getting older. She realizes that she's doing too much. I mean, she's not bad looking, even with the makeup on. I don't think she'll look that bad without the makeup on. But anyway, let's go.
I want to find a simple and reliable man, preferably over 1.75 m tall. Slim and tall is great.
Being that I'm a Westerner, in the United States, we do not use the metric system, so therefore I cannot easily convert meters into inches, as we don't use the metric system. However, I'm assuming that these women are all talking about men that are over 6 feet tall.
It would be nice if he knows how to do household chores and cook. Regarding the annual salary, something above 400,000 yuan is fine. I don't have any other requirements, that's it. These are the simple standards of an older high-quality leftover woman when choosing a partner.
Cousin, I heard you call yourself a high-quality leftover woman. Many people online are asking what exactly makes you so special.
Uh-oh.
Can you explain it to them? Sure.
Look, let
me take off my glasses. Aren't my eyes beautiful? Now, without the mask, don't I look like a fairy? You see, this is why I call myself a high-quality leftover woman. Just look at my face, my features, my nose.
This girl is obsessed with herself. And she looks pretty decent, I guess. Without no makeup on, she's average looking. I will have to bring you to my dentist though. Other than that, she got it going on.
Everything's natural and nothing deforms, no matter how I touch it.
And see, these are typically what wives are supposed to look like. For you guys that are looking for wives, they're not going to look like showroom models walking down the red carpet and all that crazy stuff. They're not going to look like beauty pageant girls. Your wife is most likely going to look like her, which is not bad at all. I would assume it don't take her 2 hours to get ready to go anywhere. But anyway.
And these eyes? So captivating, full of charm. Honestly, even I'm in love with myself. Isn't that special enough?
Yeah, that's good that you love yourself. I guess that means you're not insecure, but I sense attitude through them eyes though.
Even though I'm 38, men from 18 to 50 have been chasing me. But I've turned them all down. Why? Because none of them meet my standards. To me, the inside comes before the outside. Now tell me, isn't my beauty impressive?
For her age, yeah. Because I know 38-year-old women that look a lot older than that, or should I say a lot worse. I mean, this is not to objectify women, but I'm just saying, not all women could pull this off if she's really 38. That's what I'm saying. So at 38, she'll still have a chance until she tells somebody her real age.
Isn't it high? This is natural beauty, and I'm not wearing any makeup today.
See?
I don't even need makeup. I look like a fairy. Isn't that special? Yes, you're very beautiful. But what kind of inner qualities attract you? Well, he needs to be funny, sensitive, and generous. Someone who makes me happy, who treats me like a princess. And ideally, he should have at least a university degree. I graduated with a technical degree, so I want him to be a bit more educated, so we can have good conversations without fighting.
Ha! Are you serious? Is she serious? And then she looks down. Well, baby girl. And see, that's the thing. What people need to understand is most of these women, not only are they too picky, and they're not looking for an equal, they're looking for a superior. So whatever she has, yours has to be times 2. If she makes 400,000 won a year, you have to make 700,000 to 800,000 won a year. That's basically where she's getting at. And this is pretty much standard. So a lot of these girls require their guys to have college degrees and a house that's paid off and a car that's paid off.
I want him to understand my world, and I want to understand his. Only then would I consider being with him. And if he meets all your inequalities, do you have material requirements? Just meeting the inequalities isn't enough. He also needs to have some material stability. As for looks, he can be average as long as he's mature and reliable. But material-wise, he needs to be prepared. If we're getting married, he has to buy a house. It doesn't have to be huge, but something around 300 square meters would be good. It would be even better if it's a mansion, because that way I'd live more comfortably. If it's not a mansion, it's fine, as long as it's 300 square meters. For the car, it could be a sports car, because I love traveling. If it's not a sports car, a normal one in the 500 to 600,000 yuan range would be fine.
Nah. All he has is a 2-bedroom house and a Toyota Camry. You gonna have to rock with that. Other than that, yeah, it's like, so basically, it sounds like these guys, even these guys that live in these 1-bedroom apartments, they still don't have a chance. Even if they live out on their own, they still ain't getting the time of day by these women.
But ideally, he would get me a private jet.
Oh, God.
With a jet, traveling around the world would be so much easier and more fun. That's the kind of love I dream of. I see, cousin. Should I post this video for the viewers? Maybe someone will be interested in you. What do you mean by maybe someone will be interested?
I'm interested. Book a ticket to SFO and I'll pick you up in the Porsche, baby.
Of course, someone will. Are you doubting me? Come on, post it already. It's going to be a hit. I'm amazing, a real...
Wow, that girl sure is conceited. I ain't gonna lie, she kind of sound like fun. I'll know once you get to SFO. Let's go.
I'm a 33-year-old single woman, and finding a partner is really as difficult as climbing the sky.
Now, this woman is slightly younger than the last girl that was talking, and she also looks slightly older. But who cares?
Especially for someone like me who is good-looking, has a car, a house, and savings. It's really very hard. If I look for someone with a lower economic status, my mother won't approve. If I look for someone wealthy, they are successful, but they don't look at me. Isn't it hard? If I don't look for a partner, I feel like something is missing in my life. Even if you're very capable, if you don't settle down, it means you're still a failure in some way. So it's really very hard. It's like trying to climb the sky. I could try to find someone in my circle, but I don't have any unmarried friends of the opposite sex. On the internet, there are so many useless men and scammers.
Damn.
It's hard, you know. Anyway, the weather is nice today, so I went out for a walk to see if I could find someone suitable. I thought it would be possible to meet someone to talk to. But guess what, when I got here there was no one, not even a shadow of anyone. Just me, alone by the river. Usually there are some fishermen here, but today there are no fishermen. Where did they go? I don't know, but look, I'm not bad looking. Compared to people my age, I think I'm okay. But in my village, many people who aren't as good looking as me, and whose financial situations aren't better, are already married with kids. Some even have kids who are already in middle school. And here I am with everything, and I still don't know what's going on.
This woman, pretty much, she's obsessed with her accomplishments, that she has nothing else to fall in line with it. It's like you can have all the success and everything, and all these material objects, but you have nobody to share it with. So at the end of the day, it means nothing. And as she's aging, she realizes that. And yes, she's a decent looking woman. But what she has going on is not enough for her to be happy.
Maybe heaven is just not favoring me. Seriously, it's really difficult.
Change your attitude. Okay, those of you that are of age, to my 35 and plus group, if you remember all the talk shows back in the 90s on the local networks, Sally, Ricky Lake, Maury, and all that. This woman looks like Ricky Lake. She's the Chinese version of Ricky Lake.
Recently, I watched a video online about an older, qualified woman in her 30s. She refers to herself as a leftover woman, but with exceptional qualities. She has a good life, owning 4 or 5 properties and 2 cars, earning less than $40,000 a month. She describes herself as someone with height, education, fair skin, beauty, and long legs. Hearing this, she truly seems like a qualified person.
She is qualified. And just to let you know, being that I know a lot of Chinese people, especially Chinese women, some of those Chinese women are almost as tall as me, and I'm 6 feet tall. So when I stand next to these women, I'm like, whew, she got some long legs, she's tall. I'm like, damn, did her mom sleep with the mailman? I'm like, all these tall ass Chinese girls. I mean, it ain't bad, but damn.
She claims that if it weren't for the internet, no one would have the chance to see her.
Ooh.
She talks as if she's a princess descending from the heavens. With these qualities, she has high expectations for marriage.
Of course.
She doesn't want just anyone. Her conditions for a future husband are high, a net worth of at least 10 million, no
Ooh-wee.
fewer than 5 houses.
And mind you, that's only 1% of the population. She's talking about 1% of the population, and that's why she's still single. And as she gets older, she will not find her dream man.
And a marriage where he buys her a mansion and even a helicopter. She also says she's always dreamed of traveling the world by helicopter for convenience. She says that no matter how much she earns, a man must make an effort. Life together should be something both should share. She has a classic saying, life is like a phone call, either you hang up first or I hang up first. To her, if a man earns less than 1 million a month, he's useless. And if a man wants to marry her, he must give her 50,000 a month, plus clothes and jewelry, and
That's prostitution, baby. Damn. What's wrong with these women? Y'all want to live like prostitutes. That's what it is. God damn. So basically, listen. There's so many different forms of prostitution. Sugar baby. Sugar baby, if you're a sugar baby, you're a paid prostitute. If you expect a man to give you money for whatever you're going to offer, that's what prostitution is. Anything in exchange for sex, for money, or goods. So there's guys that are married, their wife won't touch them no more. They went to the dealership and bought a new car, their wife still won't touch them. So you have guys out here that are giving women the world and they still don't get nothing in reciprocation. It's kind of sad.
not ask her to do housework because she doesn't know how to do any of it. She claims to have
Wait a minute. Everybody knows how to do housework. When you were a kid, your parents didn't have you clean up or sweep or vacuum, mow the lawn or anything. What kind of world are you living in? It's like, that's why a lot of these children now, they're going to grow up and be lazy slobs. It's sad.
principles and would never settle for less. She believes that one day a prince on a white horse will come for her. After hearing this, do
This girl grew up off of Disney movies.
you believe such a qualified older woman exists? This made me think of a friend of mine, around 60 years old,
Oh,
who has
shit.
never married and has no children. She is very sensitive, and when I talk to her, I always avoid topics about family or children, preferring to talk about things like food and clothes.
Sounds like regret to me.
One day, I noticed that she posted several photos of herself online, admiring her own beauty. So, I checked her profile and realized she was openly looking for a husband online. Her requirements were a man of similar age, retired, not needing a high salary, not playing games, not lying, not having pets, not playing mahjong, not drinking, being healthy, having a good temperament, being warm, kind, hardworking.
And see, all the guys that she dealt with in her past were the opposite of what she's looking for right now. So most of these women are pretty much all the same. When they're younger, they're going against the grain. But then as they get older and wiser, they realize that that's not the life they want to live until the end of their time. So they want to live like law-abiding citizens and have some sense and just live a regular life and be happy once they're of age. typically close to their golden years. Once they get about middle age, they want to be serious about life. But you should be serious about life all the time.
Working, loyal, and not smoking. She also wrote that she preferred men who lived in major cities and had certain astrological signs. This friend is also in good shape, is beautiful, and has her retirement pension. Do you think she'll find a man like this?
No.
Personally, I believe the idea of quality should not be based only on education, good conditions, and appearance. If you think quality is just that, you are completely mistaken.
I would still show what she looked like. She might still have a chance, but at 60, she probably gonna have to get somebody that's about 40. See, older women still have a chance. Because a lot of people think that men like to objectify older women because they're getting up there in age and they're always constantly told that nobody wants them. That's not true. There's still guys that want them. It's just they end up with guys that they thought that they'll never be with. Guys that they never even looked at. Those are the guys that they're going to end up with. Versus the guys they really want to be with aren't going to give them time of the day because they aged out. So that's how that goes. So basically, they're going to end up with guys that have less than they do.
I would like to advise people who think this way. A person's youth is short. It doesn't last more than 10 or 15 years.
And I think she's talking from a woman's standpoint because between the ages of about 18 to 24, that's usually a woman's best years physically in the looks department. But then in Asian countries, it's different because in most Asian countries, there's not a lot of fat people. So usually they don't just let themselves go like that because they eat healthier than we do in the West. So that's something you have to look at too. But over here in the West, it's over for most women over 30. Let's just be honest. But like I said, there's always guys that'll still want these women. And that's still a good thing because just because you didn't want her doesn't mean somebody else don't want her. And then the sad part is a lot of these guys will just use these older women for sex because they look at them as an easy target for some weekend play.
At the right time, we should find the right person, seize the right opportunity, and give ourselves the chance to live a complete life with support in old age. Don't wait until youth passes and opportunities are gone to regret it. By then, it will be too late. When a woman's age is no longer an asset, and she starts looking at other people's properties and assets, thinking about what she deserves, you are not leftover. Who is leftover is you.
Ooh.
If you have another point of view, feel free to share it in the comments.
Okay, Ricky.
I'm a 37-year-old woman who moved to Beijing, and I'm an older, high-quality woman.
Oh, God.
The term high quality I used for the first time yesterday.
Damn. That's a hard 36. Jeez.
I saw many comments saying that I was exaggerating, that my words were wrong, and some even asked me what I really meant by high quality. Today, I want to talk to you about what it means to be a high-quality woman.
Yeah, because I want to know.
What does quality really mean in a woman? Good looks, a beautiful body, a good personality, a good...
But you know what? I like her. You want to know why I like her? I like her fashion. I like that leather jacket that she wearing. So I know she got some class to her. She probably got a Mercedes C-Class or a BMW 3 Series, but we're not going to knock her on that. Her apartment looks pretty clean, so she all right. Let's see what she has
Temper,
to
high
offer.
education, a good job, a high income. Does all of this count? If everything is good, that's not quality. That's perfection. And if it's perfection, then I wouldn't be a woman, I'd be a goddess.
Oh.
So, you need to understand. What does it really mean to be high quality?
High quality. She's showing it right now. She could cook for herself, which is nice. See, I love it when I get to these parts of the videos when they're in the kitchen cooking. Because they can fend for themselves. Because let's just be real. A lot of these millennial women do not cook. They rely on takeout, carry out, DoorDash, all these lazy ass services that they overpaying for when they could have just drove to the store and picked it up themselves. Or just save a little bit of money and cook at home. Because over here in the West, especially in California, these restaurants are overpriced. You have to tip, tax, everything. It's just bullshit. But yeah.
Of course, just like there's no perfect woman,
No.
there's also no woman with no qualities. This applies to men as well.
Oh.
In fact, we all have strengths and weaknesses. But when it comes to relationships and marriage, a woman's quality refers more to her inner qualities, not the external ones. This includes a person's values, education, wisdom, and personality. A person with content is someone who knows how to respect and tolerate others, who can put themselves in their partner's shoes, understand their needs and feelings, and have strong values and a positive attitude toward life. A person with deep content can offer emotional and spiritual support in a relationship. They are good communicators and can bring hearts closer together, establishing an emotional connection in life. This connection is not based on physical attraction, which is fleeting, but on a soulful connection, something deep and lasting. I believe that this emotional connection is the secret to a solid and lasting marriage. To sum up, in a relationship, a woman's excellence must benefit the other person.
Yes.
It should never be based solely on external factors like education, social status, or income, which are unnecessary conditions. Of course, if you are a woman who combines beauty and intelligence, you are truly a rare woman. Finally, responding to a comment that said high quality should be an evaluation from others, not something one claims for themselves, I want to say, we don't live to please others.
No, we don't.
Our lives don't need to be defined by anyone.
No.
I am a high-quality unmarried woman of advanced age.
You're so high quality that you unmarried. Okay.
I don't know why I was born, but I haven't given up. I hope that through
So based on that statement right there, she don't know why she was born, but she's not going to get given up. So basically she has no purpose in life. And this is a grown-ass woman.
this TikTok platform, I can promote myself a little and find a boyfriend. Let me share a bit about my situation. I was born in 1989, the year of the snake. I'm 1.65 meters tall and weigh 50 kilograms. I'm single, have a bachelor's degree, and my hometown is Aba in Sichuan province. I currently live in the Chenghua district. My father was a civil servant but has passed away. My mother worked in a state-owned enterprise and has already retired. I work as a manager in a financial institution, earning about 60,000 annually. I own 2 properties. I don't smoke, don't drink, and can do basic household chores.
And those are the qualities I look for in women. No heavy drinking, no smoking, and actually cleans. Like, just don't be a lazy ass with a filthy apartment and talk all this crap that you high quality and all this, but then the place you live in ain't even high quality. I mean, most places could be high quality if they're clean.
I like classical music, traveling, and taking care of pets.
Okay.
I'm a bit introverted, extremely responsible with work, and have a great passion for life.
Good.
I believe that in life, we shouldn't regret anything.
No, baby.
The reason I work so hard isn't because I need money, but because I want to realize my personal value. At the same time, I want to use this platform to meet people like me, who are ambitious, hardworking, share similar values, and appreciate, understand, and respect each other. I hope to find a man with whom I can share household and family responsibilities, who likes to keep things clean, doesn't have baldness, crooked teeth, a big belly, or body odor, and doesn't...
Wow. Out of all these videos I reviewed, she's the first one that said that. No balding. So basically, even if she did come to America and meet her prince, she basically doesn't want a Barney Rubble that's under 6 feet tall and overweight. That's what she's saying. And beer belly. So, to all my white brothers, you ain't getting her.
Smoke. I don't know if this path will be easy for me, but I still want to try. If I meet someone, it will be a blessing and destiny for me. If not, I won't regret it. At least I tried and did my best. Everyone's life is uncertain, and no one knows what the future holds. But we live the way we think is best. Even if I don't find someone, I need to live well. If I do find someone, it will be even more joyful, and I'll give that person the most sincere and best love of my life. If I don't find anyone, I'll continue to live well. If you can relate to me, you can give me a like. Let's support each other, care for each other, and embrace the beautiful life that the future holds for us.
All right.
I'm over 35 now, and it seems like I'm going to end up alone. I'm one of the 800,000 leftover women in Qingdao, and like many of us, I have my reasons to believe that finding someone is nearly impossible. First of all, I'm not a local, I have no roots here. I work, earn enough to support myself, but I still haven't managed to buy my own home. I've met successful men, the kind that seem perfect on paper, but in the end, none of it ever worked out. My standard of living is high. I'm not willing to give up my quality of life for just any marriage. If I'm going to marry, it has to be worth it, and that's where the problem lies. Successful men my age aren't looking for women in their mid-30s. They prefer someone younger, and their families would never accept a 35-year-old woman in the marriage market.
Man, it's hard.
This is the reality for me and so many others. We learn to support ourselves, to take care of ourselves, but in the end, it feels like it's never enough to achieve what society calls happiness. So maybe this is it.
It just seems like these women are looking for the perfect relationship or partner, and it's not going to happen. That's what it sounds like is going on here. They're all looking for the 1% man. And even if a lot of people tried and wanted to be, they can't be a 1% man.
Accepting that I'll remain alone because I won't settle for less than what I deserve.
The more exceptional a woman is, the harder it seems for her to find a husband. But why? Often it's because they're not interested in so-called ordinary men.
She the best looking one so far.
Many of these women have a history with an ex-boyfriend who was extraordinarily successful. Someone who provided unforgettable experiences, lavish trips, luxurious dinners, extravagant gifts. These memories become deeply ingrained, setting a standard so high that few men can match it. But here's the catch. These relationships are often fleeting. Men of this caliber are not always looking for long-term commitment, especially with women they might perceive as replaceable by someone younger or equally attractive. For these women, the impact of those past relationships lingers. They often find themselves chasing an idealized version of a partner, overlooking men who could offer genuine love and stability. Instead, they remain...
Is that watermelon? Damn, they really going in with these dating services. Jesus.
Caught in a cycle of disappointment, unable to move past the memories of their youth. As time goes on, the years slip by.
And see, the problem is, whoever their ex was, like they said, highly successful, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. I wonder why it didn't work out. Let's see. They probably wanted to take it to the next level. She probably felt like she could do even better than what she had. And see, that's what a lot of it is. These women, whatever guys that they're currently with, they think that they could go above that. And a lot of them can't. So they end up being single and they're almost 40. So that's what it is. They're looking for somebody that has more than what they already have. And a lot of times it just don't work out like that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And with them, the qualities many men value most, like youth and vitality, begin to fade. By the time these women reach their 40s, many settle for what they once saw as a consolation prize, a partner far from the one they idealized.
Basically, they end up with somebody that they never even thought about. That's usually what happens. Usually they end up with some dude that work at a bookstore or something. That's usually what happens.
Yet they often spend the rest of their lives reminiscing about the man who once captivated them. It's important to note that many of these women aren't actively searching for love. Instead, they wait, expecting the perfect match to appear magically. They don't...
And see, another thing is they're looking for transactional relationships, which when it comes to sex and relationships, shout out to Coach Greg Adams. It's like, it just seems like everything is a business transaction with these women. That's why they're having a hard time finding the ideal partner, because it sounds like they're looking for a soft paid lifestyle, because you heard that their jobs pay them well. These women have money themselves to survive. But at the same time, whatever men that they're with, they still expect those guys to pay for their lifestyle, while these women keep their own money and want to spend your money. That's what's going on.
Ask themselves, what am I doing to find a partner? Instead, they wonder, why hasn't a wealthy, loyal, vice-free man appeared to sweep me off my feet and marry me? From my experience with blind dates, truly exceptional women don't struggle to attract suitors. For instance, women from wealthy, privileged families often marry young because they have access to equally privileged circles. But there's a different challenge for women who excel to the point of surpassing those around them.
They should do this in America, just for fun, because we're doing this pop the balloon shit. How come we ain't doing eating the watermelon shit?
Men in their social circle either feel intimidated or simply don't meet their elevated expectations. This disconnect stems partly from the differences in what men and women prioritize in relationships. Women often seek partners with a long list of qualities: looks, wealth, education, family background, personality, and emotional compatibility. Meanwhile,
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up right here. But just understand what I'm doing. I'm comparing China to the West. These two countries are very large. China's a large country and it's pretty much its own world. Russia's a big country too, but China has more in common with us because we have a lot of our goods come from China. So even though there's some tension between China and America, they're still our partners, whether some people like that or not. But that's what you have to look at. The difference is between the dating and the relationships and the marriages versus United States and China. The difference is it seems like they're worse off in China, because if you're broke in China as a man, you really don't have a chance for none of these women. You have to have something to actually offer. The table. So basically, it's like that Libra scale. That's what the Chinese dating market is. It's a Libra scale. I got this, and that. You have to have this, and that. So basically, have to be a superior. Basically, both of you have to be well off in China to be compatible. And you have to financially support each other's in-laws. Versus in America, in the United States, it's more selfish. It's more of who has the most swag. Basically, whoever's the most toxic. See, America is so toxic. The women pretty much go after the most toxic men. And they procreate with these guys. And they just ruin their whole lives. Versus over there in China, this is not much of an issue, even though the men do seem to be toxic over there. Because they could just say straight to a woman's face, "You're too old. Don't want you. You're too old." Which is brutal and funny at the same time, but damn. Anyway, this is Kai Lavelle. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Catch you on the next video. Peace.
Thank you.